It's assuming that because you're doing this programme, things aren't going so well.
Moving on. Did anybody see the Sun's measured response to the debate over the sentence that was handed down? It's the Sun-Hangman game. Yes, and did anybody see how Tony Blair reacted when pressed on his attitude to the death penalty during a press conference?
He laughed, didn't he? Yeah.
No, he said that he's against the death penalty on the whole.
Apart from Saddam.
There may be certain cases where Iraqi law has to have precedents, like this one.
Here it is.
I've just said she set out the position for the government yesterday. Yeah, and that's all I want to say on it, right? Our position on the death penalty is well known, but actually...
So should he be executed?
I've just said our position on the death penalty is well known. We're opposed to it, as Margaret said yesterday.
And you oppose his execution then, do you?
So, obviously, since we're opposed to the death penalty, we're in exactly the position that she described.
You oppose his execution?
Adam, excuse me, that is just enough, thank you very much. Because I happen to want to express myself in my own way, if you don't mind.
Through modern dance.
Saddam is appealing against the verdict, obviously.
Yeah.
What's likely to happen, do you think?
Parole for 2 years and then see how he behaves?
Well, in relation to the appeal, the Mirror provided a handy cut-out-and-keep timetable of death. 2 p.m, Saddam arrives at court to hear his appeal. 4 p.m, the appeal fails and Saddam is taken away. Good to know they're keeping an open mind on the result of the appeal. Yes. Yes, this is the news that Saddam Hussein has been sentenced to death. According to The Sun, it looks like the date of the execution may coincide with Valentine's Day. So you might get a nice card. Roses are red, violets are blue, and so is your face. Obviously, it was a very big story this week, and the front pages reflected that. The Mail had Defiance of the Tyrant. The Mirror had Saddammed to Hell. The Sun hanged to rights, while the Express went with Spies cover up Diana murder. And so to round 2, the picture spin quiz. Fingers on buzzers for your first picture.
Somebody wants to put together the embryo of a cow and a human being to create a third being, which we've seen caricatured there.
What's he got in his hand? Is that a moose paper?
This is the news, yes, that British scientists want to create embryos that are part human, part cow.
Yeah, liven up a party, wouldn't it?
You'd think.
If he walked through the door. Look at the questions you'd ask him. Like, who are you? Who invited you?
Yeah. Would you like some grass?
Yeah.
Come in, you must be Frisian. They said that scientists were undermining the whole distinction between animals and humans.
Yeah, mix it up a bit.
Yeah.
Is it a duck? Is it a tortoise?
That'd be good.
Quack.
So it's quick ducks out the question. Do you know what I'm talking about?
So ironically, what is the name of one of the scientists behind the applications to create an animal-human hybrid?
Cowman, Mr. Cowman.
Is it Buttercup? Miss Buttercup.
Mr. Hugh Man Cowhead. Hugh Man Cowhead.
Mr. Ermintrude.
Yeah.
Actually, Dr. Stephen Minger. In a bid to educate its readers on the subject, how did The Sun headline the story?
Does it say ethical dilemma for geneticists?
They're not going to knock us on this one.
No, it was simply mutants.
It's not bad.
This is the plan to create embryos that are part human, part animal. In the fight against various diseases, an injection of cow hybrid stem cells could one day save your life. The only downside is whenever it's about to rain, you lie down in a field. One of the experiments will be to inject human DNA into sheep, already a fairly widespread practice in certain parts of Australia. But not Wales.
No.
Ian and I share a little something there, I think.
What is it that you share?
Ah, well,
I was born in Wales.
Whereabouts? Don't worry.
Well, you were born in Beirut.
I know.
Trigger Happy TV has a whole different meaning out there, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's quite tricky.
Here's your next picture.
Jamie Oliver.
Yeah.
That's it. He's let himself go, hasn't he? All that stuff about kids' meals, and look at him.
That's a fat suit.
Is it?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Is it that the school children are rebelling against Jamie Oliver's healthy diet regime?
It's the story that many pupils are refusing to eat the new healthy school meals.
And they're going outside and buying chips.
Well, aren't people shoving it through the fence?
Well, they're getting potatoes and shoving them through the fence to make chips. Really quickly.
And what's been banned now?
Hugging. There's a school in Cornwall, the teacher says people
hugging.
are taking too long to get to their lessons because they're hugging too much. So no hugging until you've done your SATs.
And it's not that it takes too long,
There's,
it's that some people might be the victim of inappropriate hugging.
Yes, according to The Sun, headmaster Stephen Kenning said hugging is inappropriate because victims could be hugged against their will. Adding, so he nipped it in the bud. Since then, however, bud nipping has also been deemed inappropriate. Headmasters will no longer be allowed to do it. On this subject of food, why did Boris Johnson get into hot water?
Didn't he say Jamie Oliver was an absolute rotter? It was a rotter. I want to have my burger, I don't want to eat salad.
And Cameron said, oh, it's just Boris. He's putting his foot in it. And they're both old Etonians.
Aren't you,
like
David?
our host.
You went to Eton, didn't you?
I was there for a period of time, yeah.
Did you fag with Cameron, so to speak? Sorry, I don't know the terminology, but...
No, I wasn't his fag, I was his bitch.
Cool.
I think it was him, he was always standing behind me. Yes, this is the story that school pupils are rejecting Jamie Oliver's healthy school dinners. According to a new survey, despite the rise in childhood obesity, children are fleeing healthy meals, or at least they're waddling away going... I really didn't want to do that either. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'm an actor, trained. So, team, stand by. Fingers on the buzzers.
It's prisoners 7234 and 73575. They're going down. They've been looking for the Mr. Big in the Cash for Honours scandal, and they've found both of them. And shortly, they'll be going to jail. I'm allowed to get away with that, haven't I? You see the lawyers going, oh, I don't believe that.
It's never stopped you before, has it?
No, that's not contempt of court. They are at the centre of the investigation, aren't they, Dom?
No, they're definitely going down, I think.
How is Blair going to fight the case?
With glove puppets. Glove puppets that represent both sides of the dilemma. Mr. Honours, Mr. No Honours. Sort of dual, sort of going to fight each other.
Yeah, Punch
Yeah,
and Judy.
Lord Punch and Dame Judy. That's the way to do it. A couple of sausages, I'll give you an honour.
Are you still doing kids' party?
Yeah.
Booking for Christmas is very good. Very good.
And then the policeman comes in and says, I'm not going to arrest you, I'm a personal friend of yours.
Who's not getting involved?
Bagpuss. Staying well out of it.
You mean Lord Bagpuss?
Oh, yes.
Money talks, exactly.
Lord Bagpuss of Shop Window.
The Director of Public Prosecutions, MacDonald.
Well done, Ken MacDonald.
Yeah, he's not getting involved. He used to work at Cherie's Chambers and was a great friend. And nor Sir Ian Blair. I mean, not that there's anything fishy about it, they're just close. The suggestion the Prime Minister surrounded himself with a group of personal friends over the years who may be in a position to let him off. How's this going up in the legal?
Who's decided not to step aside?
Goldsmith. The great thing is, because this country is not a banana republic, the person who decides whether Tony has taken cash for honours is someone who was given an honour by Tony and someone who gave cash to the Labour Party.